Please do not download any more AI tools until you finish this video, and that's because I'm about to expose the entire YouTube AI community. So, you want to start an online business that runs on AI while you do absolutely nothing. Well, I'm sorry to ruin that for you, but that's not how this works, at least starting off. Most of these YouTube videos you see where they talk about all of these new AI tools that will make you millions is complete bullshit. At least about 98% of them. And I know that because I get like 50 emails every single day from these random AI companies that want me to promote their AI tool. And obviously, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to promote something I don't use. So just know that the majority of those YouTube videos that are titled 10 tools you need in order to get over your crack addiction, the guys that make those videos don't actually use those tools themselves. Which is fine. I'm not saying that the AI tools don't work or that they're useless. All I'm saying is that the majority of them are not necessary to run a successful online business. But it does get views, so I'll give them that. But anyways, my name is Romero, and I've made over $1.6 million with my online business. And this online business is called YouTube Automation. I was one of the first ones to start doing this back in 2018, and this was way before AI existed, like even ChatGPT. So back then, I had to hire freelancers for everything. And I'll tell you right now, that shit got pretty expensive at the end of the month. But obviously you could do this for free now, and that's all thanks to AI. So if you're not familiar with YouTube automation, let me explain what it actually is. So instead of yapping for 5 minutes, I'm just going to show you one of my YouTube channels, and I think this will be much faster. So this is one of my YouTube channels, completely faceless, obviously. It's gotten over 210 million views, and it's paid me over $1 million. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking, that this is fake, that this is a different currency. I'm gonna go ahead and prove it. I do this in every single video. So I'm gonna go back down to settings, no cuts, no transitions, nothing. Show this is USD. If I change it to Ugandan shillings and I click save, you can see that the currency and the amount now changes to, what the fuck is that? UGX3, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go back to settings, switch it to USD, which is US dollars. You can see it's a million. I'm gonna refresh the page, and as you can see, it is $1 million any second now. This is so embarrassing. There we go, $1 million. Cool. So I'm gonna show you guys this YouTube video. I changed the title and the thumbnail so nobody can track it. This YouTube video here has 175,000 views, and I got paid $930 for this. So if I go here, go to since uploaded. So this video was only public for 3 days, and if I change the estimated amount, you can see how good it was. And after that, the video died, so I just decided to put it in private. So I'm gonna play this video for 5 seconds. Just look at it, and then you'll understand.
Sonny's predicament. Producers scrambled to maintain a sense of normalcy, even as every broadcast was overshadowed by the question of...
Makes sense? Now, obviously, this YouTube channel is in the celebrity news niche. So what I do is whenever there's gossip, drama, or anything with celebrities, I just post YouTube videos about it. And as you can tell, it's pretty obvious that almost the entire video was done with AI. Notice how I said almost. I'll go ahead and explain that in a bit. Now yes, there's endless amounts of niches that you can do, but there are only 2 types of niches: evergreen and trending. An evergreen niche would be anything that's like a top 10. For example, 10 times The Simpsons predicted the future. That YouTube title right there for some reason always bangs. It always gets views, and I post it all the time. This topic is not time sensitive, and the views pile up over time, right? This isn't something that people are strictly searching for. It's something that they're going to be searching for every single year because it's always in the news that, oh, Simpsons predicted this, Simpsons predicted that. Cool, every time that happens, my video gets a bigger push and I make money. So pretty much that's what an evergreen niche is. Now for the trending niche, that would be anything like the celebrity news niche. Now these videos typically get views really, really fast, but they die off quick. Now here's an example. This is in my celebrity news channel. So this single YouTube video here got 8.4 million views, and that paid me $45,000, which is great, right? A fucking 11-minute video paid me 45 grand. Now, if I go to the dates over here and I switch this to since uploaded, you can see that the peak was in the first days. Now, if you don't recognize these dates, that's when Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were having their little court battle. Everybody saw that. Well, I cashed out big during that. Let's do like the first 33 days. See, the first day this video was posted, I made 5.7. The next day, literally almost the same. It dropped down, made over 2 grand for a bit, made over 1 grand for a bit, and then the video died almost instantly. So out of the $45,000 that this video has made, $42,000 of that was in the first 33 days. After that, as you can tell if I go here, it died. From the looks of it, it looks like in 2024 and 2025, it was only making cents a day. So yeah, I'm not trying to flex on you guys and showing you guys these numbers. It's for a reason. And I want you to understand that if you do a trending niche, you're gonna have to be consistently chasing trends. You're gonna have to be consistently looking for stories or being updated with, for example, celebrities, if that's what you're gonna do. But anyways, one of the most common questions I get as well is, how does YouTube pay you? Well, YouTube pays you per 1,000 views, and this is called RPM. Now, yes, this number you can control, but it does depend on what niche you choose and who your audience is. For example, YouTube channels that are made for kids have a way lower RPM. And that's because companies like Ford and State Farm don't want to promote their ads to children because they're not gonna buy insurance or cars. So these big companies are targeting YouTube channels that, one, that the audience is majority adults, and number two, the region. And by region, I mean if you start a YouTube channel based on Indian celebrities, for example, you're gonna get paid way less than you would if you went for US-based celebrities. That's because the most expensive audience for these companies to reach is Americans, Canadians, and the British, the blowy British. So yeah, now you understand the concept, and it's pretty simple. Now, here's an example of this. Here is a YouTube channel I have about country music artists. So I went for all the Americans that love country music. All right, I don't know why, but I feel like all of my accents, I'm going kind of crazy right now. They're pretty good. Anyways, this YouTube video got 177,000 views, and that paid me 1,779. Do you see the correlation? So if I go to revenue and I scroll down to video performance, you can see that the RPM of this video was $10.04, which means that for the 177,000 views, I got paid $10 per 1,000. So for those of you who are still confused, I'm gonna whip out the calculator. So we're gonna do $10.04 times 177 because it was 177,000 views, which equals to $1,777. Pretty close. Does that make sense? Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I come up with these video ideas? Well, the big secret is competitor research. You just want to recreate what already works. So no matter what niche you're in, you want to identify who your competitors are. So if you're in the NBA niche, you want to track down all of the YouTube channels that are in that niche, that are posting NBA content. If you're in the celebrity news niche, you want to find all of the YouTube channels that are automated in the celebrity news niche. That way you can see what they post every single day. And whenever you see a video that's outperforming the rest, you can just go ahead and recreate that. And with time, obviously, you're going to start getting a little bit better. You're going to understand the audience, and then you can do whatever you want. You can create your own video ideas. Now, there are tools that help me track this, okay? And this is not sponsored, but I personally use vidIQ, which I believe is like a $9 subscription or $19. So the only reason I use vidIQ is because they have a tool that helps me track competitors. But there's other tools that you can use that are very similar, like TubeBuddy. I don't know why I can't think of other ones, but I mean, it's because I've been using vidIQ since I started and I never really changed. So yeah, that's the blueprint. So now, how do you produce these videos? It's very simple. It's a repeated process, nothing changes. You're gonna need a script. Then you're going to need an audio that will commentate that script. And then you're gonna need the editing, which is the visuals. Now, before I go into the step-by-step process on how I produce these videos, this next thing is very important. You can do this in 3 different ways, and it all depends on your budget. So if you have $0 to invest, you're gonna have to do everything yourself. It's gonna be a grind, but don't let that scare you. A lot of the members that joined my community started with $0. And some of them today, in like 90 days, are now making thousands of dollars a month. Because everything you need is what I teach in my school community. I teach you how to do it in every way possible, with a step-by-step tutorial, free tools, and essentially holding your hand along the way. Or don't, you can do it yourself. You can definitely do it yourself, but there's going to be a lot of trial and error and experimenting, at least from my experience. But anyways, the tools you need to do this for free are these. So you can go ahead and pause this video, screenshot, and then look into them, because I'm not going to teach that in this video. I'm going to teach you guys how I do it my way, which takes me to the second way to do this. And this is the hybrid way, where you do the easy part yourself and you just outsource the hard part. So it's perfect if you have some capital, but you're on a budget. This is where you create the script and the audio yourself, which is very, very easy. It takes about 15 minutes and it literally requires no skills. Like anybody can do this. But as for editing, that shit sucks. I hate editing. This is what holds a lot of people back. Editing sounds and looks scary when you're first starting off, but it's very, very easy to learn. Because you gotta remember, we're not editing fucking IMAX Michael Bay movies here, right? We're editing simple automation videos, which is just cuts and transitions. I would say that more than half of my students edit their own videos. And literally every single one of them learned how to edit from my tutorials. And no, age is not an excuse. I have a lot of members that are over 50 years old that learned how to edit in under a week. And it's not because they had any previous experience or they're computer techs. It's just that easy to learn. It takes about a week. But it is time consuming. So with the hybrid way, you doing the script and the audio, you have the option of outsourcing the editing. So you have the option to hire freelancers on websites like Fiverr or Upwork. Or you can use the vetted editors in my community. I don't mean to talk about my community so much, but literally every issue you could possibly run into is solved for you, or at least the option is there for you. So yeah, in my community, the editors that I've been working with since 2018, they will give you the cheapest prices that you will find anywhere and the best quality because they have the most experience. Every time I make these videos, I feel like I sound like a car salesman. But it's true, the community is great. Like every issue that you could possibly run into, everything is there. But anyways, the last way of doing this is by outsourcing everything. So you can hire a VA to create the scripts and the audios for you and do like the research, a channel manager. But keep in mind, I do not recommend doing this. I don't recommend that you completely outsource everything, or at least the managing part, because, the people who are selling that service, it's kind of like, hey, if you were successful in it, you wouldn't be offering a service on any freelancing website. That's one of the reasons why I don't have, done for you services where I run a channel for you. Because like, dude, I could make more money if I just fucking run it myself. What's the point of that, right? But from my experience and my advice to you would be to outsource everything once you have a successful month or two. Go with the hybrid way. I would say outsource the production of the video, but you do the managing part, okay? Because that's kind of the whole fucking point of this. At the end of the day, this is a business. You need to learn your business before you start investing into it. At least I hope that's how you think. So take the hybrid approach to it. That's just my 2 cents. But anyways, what tools do I use? For the script, I use ChatGPT. Now, the way I get ChatGPT to create a script based on a certain video is with an extension I created. So let's say I want to recreate this YouTube video from a movie recap channel. All I have to do is click on the video, and then here on the right side, you're going to see this button that says summary. And then all I would do is press on either of these, depending on what you use. I use ChatGPT, so I'll just click on that. It'll automatically open it up, and it's going to copy paste a secret prompt that we created and the entire transcript of the competitor's video. And automatically, by itself, it's going to write an original script based on that video. Once that's complete, it's time to make the audio, and for this, I use ElevenLabs. ElevenLabs essentially is the voice. That's what's going to create a AI-generated, realistic human voice. And this voice is going to read the script of your video. Now, as for the editing, I use the same exact team that I provide in my community. But when I did edit back in the day when I first started, I would use Premiere Pro. And for the thumbnails, which I don't really have enough time to talk about, I make them myself. And yes, there's a shit ton of tutorials for Photoshop and ways to create thumbnails in my community, and I even provide a full Google Drive with pre-made thumbnail templates. So yeah, that's the production process. I mean, there's more to this. There's a few other things that go into this and after, and if you want to learn how to do that yourself, you can go ahead and click the link in my description or pinned comment, and that's going to take you to my school community. But if not, you can definitely do everything yourself with what I just showed you in this video. So go ahead and try it. And yeah, you have a good night.